Buenos dias. Good morning. Good morning. I gotta get my coffee. Excuse me, Ricky. I'm not a morning person, so I need my coffee. But one of the best things about Los Encinitos is that every day the bell rings at 7 o'clock in the morning, at about noon, and then about 7:30 at night. And the food is absolutely fantastic. This being one of the last days, you're never quite sure what's going to happen because the provisions have kind of run out. But you can always safe bet it's going to be pancakes, and some kind of strange egg concoction that I guarantee is absolutely delicious if you put enough hot sauce on it. And then we have some queso, y más queso, frijoles, and let's see what the mystery fruit of the day is. Mango. Absolutely delicious. So I'm going to grab a pancake and my coffee, and we're going to hit it. Okay. I'm good to go. That's a favorite sound down here in Los Encinitos. When you hear that, your mouth starts to water. You're like a Pavlovian dog. Because at 7 o'clock, at noon, and at about 7:30 every night, when this rings, that means the breakfast, lunch, and dinner are ready. And so everybody just kind of flocks up to the mess hall. There's a very special story about how this bell got here. And very important to the Cape Care story as well as to the people who come here. But I'm going to let Jennifer tell that story. So off we go. One of the joys of being in Los Encinitos is showering. And so the way that we do the showers, can't lose my coffee, is we come down, the cisterns up here collect rainwater, and also one of the tubes is connected to the well, which is going to be running again soon. So we come in, we fill this up. I'm not going to show you because water is so important. We're not going to use it just for as an example. But we fill this up, put all the water in, it fills it up. We found one with a little water in it, so we figured we'd show you how it's done. Incredibly simple. Slap it down, clear side up. When the sun comes down, it gets absorbed into the black, heats up the water. Later on, you have a warm shower. Presto! So we'll come back later and hang it up. Gracias. We're on our way up to the dorms. This is where there's a generator in here, actually a compressor and generator. And that's what creates all the air that we use on the dental tools. Coming on up here, this is the Dormitorio Mujeres, the women's dorm. Which key is it? I don't know it because I never go in here. There we go. So this is the women's dorm. Nice and comfortable. Many people sleep in here. I believe every bed is full. It's clean, but it's not quiet because the men are behind that wall and they snore like mad. So who's ever up against this wall is suffering. Now these are the lovely accommodations, the private shower.
Oh, we have to go to that one.
Oh, where's the light? Okay. This is the ladies' bathroom, which apparently I have to fix the drain in. I've been informed. And here's the shower. This is the shower, which in the morning you will often find spiders and various and sundry creepy crawly things. The water, we have solar bags. And without the solar bags, you would freeze. And actually, you just wouldn't shower because the water is far too cold. And again, water is such a precious commodity that it just kind of dribbles out. It's not a full-on shower, it just kind of dribbles out. You get your hair wet, it stops, you go back in, and you rinse it all out. But with the solar bags, it's much more palatable. So this is the bathroom of the ladies' room. And now we're going to go see the men's dorm. This is the men's dorm, which is pretty much identical to the women's dorm, except for two things. One, there's much more snoring, and two, there is a different smell in here. It's the men's smell, especially since showers are about 30 to 35 seconds long. Every single bed is taken, and one of the things about coming down here and volunteering is you find that by 8:30 at night, you can't wait to go to sleep. You have worked all day. you feel utterly fulfilled, and you think, gosh, I'm just going to stay up and talk for hours with these wonderful people I'm working. It doesn't happen. 8:30, oh, you're exhausted. So this is the men's dorm.
Which is the best bed to have or the worst bed to have?
This, as I believe I told you earlier, is the worst bed to have. You do not want to have the bed by the bathroom because, well, the women's toilet flushes. The men's toilet, you can kind of wash things down, but after a couple days, it gets a bit pungent. So you should don't get this bed.
Between you and me.
That's right. Just between you and me. Don't take that bed. This is the men's shower, and here's one of the solar bags, and these are left out during the day on the roof, and they get warm from the sun, but they don't get all that warm. And then, in the morning at the end of the day, everybody develops their own habits. Do they like to shower at night, or do they like to shower in the morning? If you shower in the morning, your water's not going to be that cold. If you shower at night, you'll have much warmer water. But this is the men's room. It's actually incredibly neat considering that there are so many men here. You'll see that there is no toilet in here, but that does not prevent the smell. Even though you work incredibly hard and you do incredibly good work, whether you're in the medical clinic or the dental clinic, we always find time. We always find time to just look at this. I mean, just look at this. So at the end of the day, we'll take hikes that way. We'll take hikes that way. We'll take hikes that way. Everywhere around here are volcanic mountains, and it is absolutely lovely. Mountains like you can see nowhere else in the world. So, even though you're exhausted, you've seen maybe 55, 60 patients that day, what do? You put on your boots, or if you're my wife, you put on your sandals, and then you just kind of haul down these trails. And hopefully, what you do is you turn around long before the sun goes down, because otherwise you get lost. So just look at this. This is fantastic. This is Honduras. This is southern Honduras in all its splendor.
Like different gates to go through.
All the reasons I like to come here. This is my
That's how she
favorite.
goes. And that's
Jenny! Oh no, I didn't surprise her.
behind
She
her.
heard me behind her. This is my darling, darling wife, Jennifer. This is a perfect cross-section of the people who volunteer for Cape Cares. It's perfect. Are they representative? Yes. And what does that mean in this situation? It means they're also exemplary. Here we have Amelia, who is a nurse practitioner. Fantastic. She was also a college roommate with Fancy, who is just a stupendous translator. And then here we have my lovely wife, who's a firefighter, captain paramedic, and also the co-team leader with David Jacobs,
Hey guys.
who is right here.
to get a beer.
We're always looking for volunteers. We especially need medical and dental providers who are a little bit flexible, adaptable to providing services in an austere environment. But we also need non-professionals. We really do very well with people like Fancy, who are totally bilingual English-Spanish translators who can very, very fluently flow back and forth. Can't just translate the Spanish, but can explain the context. We also need people like Terence on every trip. Terence only speaks a bit of Spanish, but he can drive a stick. He is reasonably handy, and
I like to
Also,
drink.
as a capable dental assistant.
he's a capable dental assistant and can catch on to things very, very quickly with minimal direction. Be very hard to run the medical clinic without Jennifer, who provides the triage and the medicines.
I think it's beer time, David.
I think it's beer time.
All right.
Salud.
Salud. Salud. Deb, do you need a beer? All right, I'm going to get you a beer. This salvavita is for you.
You should open it for her.
Why do I have to do everything for you, Deb?
Salud.
Do you have one?
We'll catch up with you later. Cheers. Salud.
Salud.
Salvavida.
Salavita. Lifesaver.
Lifesaver.
That was good.
Okay, good.
But you didn't mention that one.
We're done.